I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. Wednesday. Hump day. How are you? I'm really good, in fact. I'm sighing, but I'm fine. I'm good, apart from my leg hurts. I've been doing I've had knee pain since I've been doing CrossFit. Well, before that, on and off, to be honest. But doing CrossFit has just kind of shown up some of the out of alignment things in my body that I was obviously compensating for before when I used to do just dumbbells that are down there. And because when you're using a barbell, you've got to be more aligned, right? And so anyway, problem in this arm, which I know it's back here now, and so I'm sorting that out too. So I had a day of rest yesterday, but my left knee, and dropped arch, and this has been going on for quite a few years, on and off. Anyway, I thought I'm going to do my research on this. I'm getting help from a couple of people as well at the gym, and do some research on this on YouTube, that was a couple of days ago. Well, I've been doing it on and off for a couple of weeks, in fact, but I found some really good resources on YouTube 2 days ago and started doing these very subtle movements. I found this video, and this guy, he explained my exact situation. It's like pain on the inside of the knee, and then this going on. It's like that's exactly what I've got going on. And he gave me these movements, well, he gave everyone these movements to do, and they were really subtle movements, hey? And I did them. Hey, Maria. And I did it, and I did probably about 15 times the evening before, not yesterday, the day before, Monday evening. And then there's this other movement as well, and it's like, and that's for the lower leg. No, I did 3 movements. 1 movement for the lower leg, because to actually move as you, let me show you, as you move your knee forward, this bone should be going more that way, so it's like twisting that around manually with my hands as I'm doing that. So it's just that, and I just did it a few times. And then this movement of being really balanced on that foot, keeping the weight distributed evenly, because this is my dodgy knee. And then as I move that forward, moving that hip out like that. Just did that about 15 times, and then yoga blocking between my knees to sort out the direction, the right movement of the top of my leg. And again, I didn't do that a lot. Yesterday I was in so much pain. Everything hurt. My foot hurt on the outside of my foot, not the inside, which is the usual part that would get painful. My knee was actually okay, but my calf on the outside it hurt so much. It was just like dull ache all day. I had the vibrating things on it to ease it. It's still sore today, not as bad as it was yesterday. I had to have a painkiller to go to sleep, but it feels like it's done something for sure. And my glute too. Good morning, Connie. I look well rested. Yeah, I had like 7.5 hours sleep last night. It's pretty good. I do prefer my 8 or 9 hours, but yeah, I had a complete day of rest yesterday, so that was kind of nice. But it would have been nicer had I not been in pain. So, anyway, enough of me. Let's do this show. I'm going to be giving mini reads here. In fact, I should do that straight away because someone's booked in. Mini reads. I'll also be giving a live twin flame read as well. Who booked in? Let's have a look. It's Gemma. Hey, Gemma. Gemma. What would be good for me to know at this time that I'm currently unaware of? Gemma, thanks for booking in. If anyone else wants one, you can book one now. I've popped a link for it in the live chat already. Okay, Gemma. Oh, man. Okay. The forgiveness card came out, and the patience card. You got like arguably 2 of the worst cards coming out at the same time, but this is about forgiveness. Forgiveness, we can't force it, and it's not all it's cracked up to be too. It's not the be all and end all of like you should be able to get forgiveness or there's something wrong with you, I would argue that greater than forgiveness is us figuring out our parts in things and learning from that. But forgiveness is also an aspect too, isn't it? So when it's taking the emotional charge away from a situation in the past where someone's hurt you or wronged you, and we can't pluck this out of the air. That's the thing. It's talked about like we can just forgive and do it, but it's not that easy. We can ignore our feelings, we can pretend that we're forgiven, but unless you've come to an understanding about the whole situation and often had time away from that situation and often have got into new situations that are similar than that and got better outcomes, it's very difficult for that emotional charge to be taken away. And why is that? Because it's our guidance system, that's why. If we could forgive like that, we'd be so stupid. We'd be going around making the same mistakes, letting the same crappy people in, wouldn't we? It's not a good thing to be able to let go of stuff straight away. So what this is saying is, yes, the emotional charge is still there from something that happened in the past. And it's not a problem that you can't forgive them. It's that your guidance is still with you. And that's a good thing. Interesting. You've got two cards the same here. Take the risk, take the risk. It's a sandwich. Take the risk being the bread, and release guilt. Ah, okay. Well, that's the key, isn't it? Not so much about forgiving someone else. It's about releasing the guilt. It's about your part in it and just letting that go. You're a human being. We make mistakes. We mess up. We don't always do things perfectly. It's okay. Treat yourself like a small child. We're allowed to make mistakes. We just are. And I'm not even feeling that it was that big of a mistake anyway. No need to feel guilty about it. Even if you would have done things differently now, even if you could have done differently then, still no need to feel guilty about it. We should get better at that, forgiving ourselves, brushing things off way more quickly, rather than trying to get quicker at forgiving other people. That's yours, pretty good. I like that one. So there you go, Gemma, thank you. If anyone else wants one, I've popped a link there in the, put one in again, in the live chat. There you go. Right. I've also got a link there for our Facebook group if you want to join our community there. I've popped that in the live chat as well. And I shared the guy that I turned down last night. Have you seen that? Did you see that, Connie and Maria, in Psychic Cafe Club? He was messaging me last night. I was in pain. I'd already taken a painkiller to go to sleep. We wanted to meet up. Had to turn him down. It's really hot. Really hot. Oh my God. But there you go. That's what happens. I probably dodged a bullet, in fact. He does seem very full of himself, and I think he's got a right to be, actually, with the way that he looks. But there we go. So let's get some cards out. Twin Flames. What's going on with Twin Flames? Let's see. I saw me wearing this in the dailies from a couple of weeks ago. I thought I'd wear it again. Who's this? What's this? Generally, oh, 9 of Wands. We've been healing ourselves. How's it sounding today? I've put the microphone on the inside so that my hair doesn't poke at it and make weird noises. I've seen other people do this, put it on the inside and have the magnet on the outside in their videos. I'm like, oh, they've got a square on them. That's my microphone that they've got, but they've got it on the inside. It's a good idea. Messes up my top a little bit, but I think it sounds the same. I tested it out a little bit. I think it sounds the same. 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands is about having healed ourselves. Hey, just me and the moon. It's about having healed ourselves and ready, almost ready to move forward. We've got the moon, into the unknown. Can be emotions and secrets and all kinds of things but there's been a lot, have you noticed, of the wait for it, the have patience, the what you want is coming, oh it's not manifesting yet, you might be a bit frustrated. There's been a lot of that in the energy updates lately. My little toes hurting. I can't believe from such small exercises, just small movements, it's caused a great deal of change in my leg. It's a good thing, it needed to change. And my ankle no longer clicks. You know when you do this, my hip's clicking. You know when you do this? And it would click every single time, and it's not. And it stopped yesterday after me doing those movements. Anyway, I'm going to keep up. I'm going to keep on doing them too, because I think it's the right thing. I think it's it was a professional that said, explained my exact situation and said what to do. So of course he knows what to do. I'm going to do it, and even if I have to like not do any other exercises for a couple of weeks, I'm going to do it because this needs sorting out. I'm sick of having knee pain. It's not much knee pain, but it does affect my squats. It affects me walking downstairs, steps, downhill. Sounds much better. Oh, good. Yeah, it is clear, this microphone. It's very good. Ace of Swords. New start. You got a Maria near you. Any old Maria will do. Ace of Swords. You know, I bought a couple of bags of coffee beans, Starbucks decaf. The packaging that it came in, I got it online, the packaging that it came in was slightly different than it has been before, and I'm like, oh, they've updated the packaging. It tastes caffeinated. I'm feeling things from this coffee that I haven't felt for a while. I think it's caffeinated. It's making me a bit wizzy. It's either decaf, and I'm just really sensitive, because decaf does have some caffeine in it, but not very much. And I've gone really sensitive now, or it's dodgy, and it could be dodgy. They just put any coffee beans in similar packaging to Starbucks. Anyway. Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is a new start. It's a new start. It's based on clarity of thought, like something that you go into all-knowing. Queen of Wands, taking action there. You're attracting it in as well. See, the Queen of Wands is very much attractive, you know, and not just in the you're gorgeous kind of sense, but more of a law of attraction kind of way, attracting in what it is that you are wanting. She's got peacock skirt on there as well. You know, I'm just thinking like peacocks shaking those tail feathers. I used to have a peacock, it was called Cash. What can I tell you about Cash? Let's just say barrel. It was quite, he would announce when cars were arriving. And the cats used to jump on his tail. Didn't like that much. And they have like Dee Dee Boppers on the top of the head as well, and the cats would swipe at them too. Anyway, Queen of Wands, she's got a peacock skirt on, so which suggests to me that she might be shaking those tail feathers and attracting what she wants in. I'm attracting hot guys at the moment. I'm not complaining. Judgment. A decision to be made. Yeah, check out the Psychic Cafe Club. Put a picture of the Mr. Last Night in there. Wow. Then we've got the Hangman and the Three of Cups. Seeing things from a different perspective about who you've got around you, or who you're letting in, or what kind you can let in, or something like that. Three of Cups, it's like who you're mingling with or who you're bringing in. Making a decision about that, seeing things from a different perspective. I don't know. I don't know what this has to do with twin flames, but let me check again. Nine of Wands. So it's like I'm healed and I'm ready, and perhaps ready for something new, ready for the unknown. Ace of Swords, great clarity in our mind about what it is that we want, kind of, or how to proceed forward for a start. Very attracting in what it is that you want, but as a decision to make from like a slightly different perspective. That's a man walking past. Slightly different perspective of kind of who you're bringing in. Okay. Well, let's get some more cards out about Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. I still don't see what this has got to do with the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, but I'm sure we will soon. What to use? I think this. Okay. I need hand cream on. Hang on. Ouch. It's like I've forgotten how to walk properly. I don't know how to stand up or anything. My leg's feeling very unfamiliar. Yes, so good looking, it's ridiculous. Just, wow. Wow. Go check him out, everybody. From Spain. Aye. Okay, let's go. Divine Masculine. He wasn't very Divine Masculine. Not chatting with him. But I think he's spoiled. I think he has every right to be spoiled looking like that. Divine Masculine. What's in the Divine Masculine energies at the moment? What do we need to know about, guides? Didn't come out. It was the High Priestess. There we go. Hey, Barbara. Yeah. No date today. Almost had one last night with an extremely good-looking guy. Beach date was okay. It was okay. It was good enough company, but not for me. It was good enough company for a beach date, though. Dinner the night before that with another guy. A lot of package. Talked about his girlfriend even on the way to the restaurant. He didn't know where the restaurant was, so I met him on the beach road. And before we'd even got to the restaurant, he was talking about his ex. No, Barbara. There was a guy that wanted to meet up with me last night. I put his picture in the Psychic Cafe Club on Facebook. I turned him down. But, very hot. Extremely. Yeah, they're all nice enough. They're all nice enough, but not the ones. So, the Wheel of Fortune for the Divine Masculine. Fate. Feeling lucky, punk. Ten of Wands. Putting down burdens. Feeling lucky as they're putting down burdens, perhaps living more carefree. I'm on a bit of a dating spree at the moment. I was going to go to the beach where we went on that date to go and get, because I left my rashi, my long sleeve swimming top that keeps the sun off. I left it there. I hung it up to dry it a bit before I put it in my bag, and then I left it where it was hanging up. And I've tried to, because the beach is like half an hour walk from civilization. I was going to go back yesterday, but my leg was hurting too much. I just couldn't. I've been trying to find out who works at that beach for them to bring it back to civilization for me. And there was a guy that I knew there. I messaged him when I realised that it was missing when I got back home, but he'd already left the beach. Anyway. 5 of Swords. Chaos, conflict, inner conflict. So they're feeling lucky. Divine Masculine's feeling lucky, putting burdens down. So they've let go of something, but they're feeling conflict about that. Or conflicted about something. Conflicted about what? Conflicted about what? Holding themselves back. Like holding themselves back. It's a feeling of like, is it okay now? That's what I was getting. I don't know why. Is it okay now? Letting go of burdens, still a bit conflicted about it, and there's a feeling of like, have I really let that go? Is it okay now? Can I move forward? Yeah, they are good, those tops. Got to keep the sun off as much as possible. What about the Divine Feminine? It was a nice one too. Zip Up Grey, Rip Curl. I'll get it back. Queen of Swords. Okay, so she's saying no, like me last night. Queen of Swords. The 5 of Wands, competition. Options, perhaps. So she's got boundaries. There's competition. 4 of Cups, waiting for like a better offer coming in. And the World, 2 of Swords. She's not really clear on the decisions that she's making. The World, new chapter, so changes. So it's this Hanged Man and the 3 of Cups energy is like, is this kind of person or this situation really what's best for me? Is this what I'm choosing? There's clarity being got by the Divine Feminine at the moment. Perhaps through competition. Is that what's happening with me at the moment? Because I have got like a dating thing going on at the moment. It's not me being more active on Tinder. It's I'm matching up with more that are like are asking me out on dates. And so it's like, okay, why not? Let's just do this. And I'm easy about it, you know. I'm not going on and thinking that there's going to be more than it is. It's just get to know them. Get to know them. It's interesting. Because when I compare it with my old self, you know, my old self would only kind of go out with the guys that I was really falling for already, or really focused on and really liking. And I would put too much on it and then be devastated when it was just a normal date. Pretty much like a date that I had a couple of weeks ago. He's not happy. We just went walking on the beach and that was it. And he obviously really liked me. When I got home, there's all these messages from him. One saying that he wished he'd have hugged me, and then he was saying, do I want to hang out later? And it was just full on. It was full on. It was like needy, full on. It was too much. We'd just been for a walk on the beach. It was too much. And it's like, well, this guy likes me more than I like him. It was too gushy. And it really put me off him. But he was a nice guy. That's the thing. He was a nice guy, and I enjoyed our time. And I said, when we laughed, we should do this again. I wanted to hang out with him more and kind of get to know him more. But when he started being full on and freaky like that, I didn't anymore. Anyway, a couple of weeks afterwards, I got in touch with him again, asking how he was, and he was butthurt is what he was. He's like, oh, I think you've got other options and stuff like that. And it's like, well, yeah, of course I have. He shot himself in the foot. And I think that's what I used to be like too, is I used to be too much. Too much too soon. And I'm not anymore. It could be that kind of an energy anyway, like I'm going through at the moment, but it's definitely exercising this Queen of Swords energy. Boundaries, the saying no, the turning things down, the really being discerning, yeah. Was he Libra? I don't think I got to know what his star sign was, that one. I can't remember. Yeah, I don't think I knew what his star sign was. Why do they think we want them to talk about their ex? I know. Too much. Yeah, he had some baggage. I knew that was the dinner date on Saturday night. He'd broken up. No, his ex had broken up with him, of course. And then he quit his job and came traveling. And so quite an extreme reaction. I said that he's looking for his new woman on his travels. And I said, you want to be careful looking for a new woman in Thailand. Like, really. His person, you know, he's like looking for the one. While he's in reaction like that, he's not ready. Anyway, he was also quite negative about finding a new job or what he wants to do. And he was a great guy, and I enjoyed the date. But talking about his stuff, it was a bit like, you're not ready for anything, mate. Trouble for a relationship, someone like that. Divine Masculine. Ace of Voices. There it is again. Ace of Swords energy. Ready to get going, like clear-headed, wanting something. We can be clear. See, 9 of Voices. But there's angst there, there's anxiety, there is... That's what I was getting with the Ace of Voices. I was about to say it. We can be clear-headed where we're at the moment, thinking like that guy that I went on a date with. Clear-headed about what we want. He thinks he's out there and he's ready and he's looking for the woman of his dreams in Thailand after breaking up, quitting his job and then coming traveling. Very much in reaction, but he can't see that. All he can see is his clarity at the moment, and he feels like he's clear. Not seeing the anxiety, the 9 of Voices energy, the angst, often we're like this. We think that we're really clear about what it is that we want, and we're like, no, I'm good and I'm ready for it, but we're not. We disregard the actual feelings that are going on, the stuff that's going through our mind in particular is the 9 of Voices. We've got it all going on in our mind. It's like we want to bypass that, the anxiety and all of the stuff that we don't want in our mind, and let the clarity of what it is that we want override it. And we're like, no, I'm focused on the clarity of where I'm going to try and get out of this mess that I'm in my mind at the moment. That's what it is. Divine Masculine's there. So they're in a bit of a mess in the mind at the moment, but getting the clarity to get out of that. 2 of Inspiration and taking action. That's what we do, right? We take action. 2 of Inspiration, take action. I'm going to take action. I'm ready, I'm going to take action, I'm going to do this. So we could have someone coming to us before they're ready. 5 of Materials. But they're being pushed away. Yeah, they will be as well in that energy. It's just the energy that I was talking about. Maybe the cards came out because I was just talking about it. But the Divine Masculine could be in that energy at the moment of thinking that they're ready but not really ready. And we'd be like, not sure about this. Yeah, you seem pretty naive, Barbara, that one. He's a great guy, like, does it was intelligent, it was. Intelligent and enthused about things, excited about, you know, going places, trying different things. He's just doing his scuba diving, his first course, learning how to be a scuba diver. And yeah, into that. Into his health and fitness, pretty straight kind of a guy as well. Yeah, a lot going for him. But obviously baggage, which is affecting his decisions. He was what, 38, I think. Something like that. Divine Feminine. She's manifesting. 7 of Inspiration. It's like a debut, that. And it's interesting, this card, because 7 of Inspiration, 7 of Wands is about protecting yourself, but this one is like more like a reveal. It's like ready to be out there, perhaps coming out of protection, self-protection, manifesting something. Using the resources that we've got to manifest what it is that we want, and kind of putting ourselves out there again, or coming out of protection, self-protection. There it is again. There it is again, the 2 of Voices, the 2 of Swords. But not really sure about the decisions that she's making. Not 100% certain. If she's fooling herself. Now, I just want to go through those cards that kind of flipped out there, because I think this tells a story. But she's not sure about herself, if she's fooling herself, not sure about her decisions yet. Justice, is this the one for me, or is it going to fall apart? The Tower. Muse of Voices, getting clarity about that. The Queen of Inspiration, I'm attracting it all in. 10 of Inspiration, but is it going to be a burden? Am I going to be burdened again? So there's something about us getting into relationships previously that have burdened us, and not really being sure whether what we're headed into now, or the choices that we've got before us, are going to burden us again. So there seems to be a lack of clarity about what burdened us. How we chose relationships that burdened us. Or what are the kinds of people that will burden us. It's not very clear today. These energies, it's not very clear. Well, it seems that the Divine Masculine has put burdens down, is changing things, feeling lucky, but there's a lot of cards here. A lot of cards here saying that the Divine Masculine isn't ready, but they might think that they're ready and might be pushing ahead. So you might end up with someone on your doorstep and it's just a bit nah. It's just a bit nah. For the Divine Feminine, which is a good thing, because the Divine Feminine is all about her boundaries at the moment and seeking clarity on the choices that she's making. Because she wants that good offer, right? And she's not sure it is the good offer. She deceived herself in the past. She's better at protecting herself now, for sure, but she wants to be out there more now, manifesting it. Changing her mind about people. Different kinds of people and all of that. Yeah, insecure, Barbara. I'm over that, aren't you? I'm over that. Don't want insecure, guys. I'm not insecure anymore. Yeah, wow, not. I'm just trying to think, does any insecurity creep through sometimes? Not that I can think of. That comes with age, right? Well, maybe not always. It comes with age and wisdom. Okay, let's get some of these cards out for Divine Masculine. What's it all coming from? Kairos. Kairos. I need to look this one up. Does anyone want a mini read? Kairos meaning. Kairos. Moment for decision, action. Full meaning of Kairos is when a time when conditions are right for the accomplishment of crucial action. So he's feeling like it's time. Kairos, to make a move. Got his eye on the prize. It might feel like time is running out. It feels like he's getting ahead of himself with these energies. The maiden, perhaps because is focused on the divine feminine. Thinks that he's missing out, thinks that he needs to make a move. So yeah, just feel like a bit of insecurity. Because all the other cards are indicating that he's not ready. Okay, I'm just going to get that lacrosse ball so I can roll my foot around. Give myself some relief while I'm doing this. Lacrosse ball, another blue. For foot relief. Divine Masculine. So he's got his eye on the maiden. Feeling like it's divine timing to move toward her. Empty room now, but it's coming up with nothing. That's that energy of the universe going, no you don't, mate. So his attempts are being thwarted. His attempt, you know, when things just don't work out, where we think, oh, it's divine timing for something, but we just keep on hitting brick walls and it doesn't work out. It's like I'll go to this place and I'll bump into her and then I'll ask her this question, but then she's not there, or you can't make it there, or get stuck in traffic and can't get there when she's usually there and stuff like that. The universe just stands in the way going, You think it's divine timing, but it's not. You're trying to make it divine timing. That's what you're trying to do. So he's trying to make it divine timing, but he's coming across the empty room each time. And that's not the divine feminine turning him away. She doesn't even get the chance to. The universe has done it for her. Kept him out of her experience. How do you do it? There's a link here for those mini reads. So you book it on this one. There you go, Barbara. Book it on there and then I'll do it in here. So, universe is stopping him because he's not actually ready. Thinks he's ready, but he's not. So he's out of alignment and the universe goes, nah. Not today. Perhaps that's why we've got the waiting energy and the energy updates. We've got the cave. Yep, it's time to back off. It's time to back to the cave kind of thing. The animal though, he's got that, like the Kairos thing, but it's time to go. He's got his testosterone is flowing. Let's put it that way. Got his eyes on the prize. So he's got more clarity. The Ace of Voices keeps on coming out. He's got more clarity of what he wants. They don't know full well that they're not ready. That's the thing. Just like we haven't in the past, right? When we think we're ready, but we're not. They don't know that. And they tend, guys especially, they tend to be more blind to it than women are. Because we talk about these things, right? But they put themselves out there and then they say that the women are crazy because they don't realize their own stuff. They haven't got that same introspection kind of thing going on. You know, probably like that guy that I walked on the beach with is probably in that same respect kind of thing, not realizing that he's insecure, probably thinking like he's a great guy, which he is. That's the thing. He's a great guy. Just doesn't realise that he's insecure and his ways are kind of putting the women off. Needy and all of that. So he's probably thinking it's a problem with me, you know? Maybe it is. Divine Feminine. River. She's flowing with it. Glowing. I like that. Glowing with the flow. Glowing with the flow. She's glowing with the flow. There's another card flipped. A medallion. Prize. The medallion, a prize. Men think they're straightforward. Men think that they're just ready and they're uncomplicated, and women complicate things. They don't see that, like, they've got all of this baggage and all of this stuff too. And very often they're projecting, so what they're complaining about, those crazy women out there, it's what they're doing themselves, and they don't see it. And women do the same as well, but I think men do it more. And I think men are less likely to, or slower to realise it. Because women, we talk about these things more, and so we can figure it out, or we talk to our friends about it, and then we get the information that we need to look at ourselves and go, oh yeah, maybe I am insecure, or maybe that is needy, or maybe I have been investing too much, or maybe I have been codependent, you know. The Self and Anima Mundi. Manifesting again, so yeah, being true to herself. I don't know what the medallion is, by the way. She's getting a prize for something. Anima Mundi, though, is manifestation. So she's like, I'm good. I'm manifesting for myself. That could be getting focused on material things as well. It doesn't have to be, though. It's manifestation of anything. Anything you want. So she's okay about being about herself at the moment. Apparently. The Hunter, though, she's looking. Interesting. Kairos, the animal, and the Hunter. So she's looking for what it is that she wants. The Crone with wisdom. Harsh energies. Not harsh, but she can cut things off. This Queen of Swords energy is coming out a lot, and it's not a bad thing. But yeah, in a wisdom, ready to cut things out if it's not right for her. Anything else? Divine Feminine. Ooh, what was that? The Siren. Thank you. That was coming out, the Siren, but she's very attractive right now. She's pulling them in, drawing it in. So the Divine Feminine's energy is amped up now. Thanks, Barbara. Let's get one more out for the Divine Feminine. The Bardo, Between Worlds. End of an old life, start of a new life, in between worlds at the moment. She's on that trip. So things should get moving, but there's a bit of a shuffly kind of an energy. Do you want this? Do you not want this kind of an energy? And there's, yeah, Divine Masculine is definitely not ready. So even if they're coming your way, I think you're going to be like, not like that. You know, it's like, if you do know who your Divine Masculine is, it's them inappropriately coming at you with what you're doing message, or just something and nothing, where it's like, don't come at me like that. Barbara wants to know what's clarification energy, direction, course. Okay. Barbara, thanks for booking in. If anyone else wants a mini read, you better get one in now. Very soon. Or they'll be done on Friday. Okay, clarify energy, direction, course for Barbara. Barbara, please. Nice. Oh, good for you. You've got brilliant and I am heard. So you've been speaking up for yourself, getting more, getting clearer, braver with your words, speaking out what your feelings are, what you want, especially what you want, what your needs are, what you want. That's really good. You're doing really well. This is commendation from your higher self saying you're doing really well with this. Good for you. Were you shrinking violet before? Did you used to not stand up for yourself or not say things or not express your needs and what you wanted? You're doing really good with that anyway. Are heard. You are heard now. Interesting. And the past. Up until now, the past has been in preparation. Okay, which suggests to me that you're in an empowering stage at the moment of your life. And it might have seemed like it might have seemed like, why did I have to go through all of that? How did I manifest all of that? Well, you kind of didn't, but you kind of did. You had to go through all of that for you to get great clarity. So what happened in the past? Sometimes we go through adversity, not because we've manifested that adversity, but because we have kind of manifested the adversity, but so that we've got a clear direction forward. How can I explain this? So some things that we manifest in life are just kind of the decisions that we're making and stuff like that are manifestation, and then we learn from it. But that's not what this is. This is more of a higher level kind of thing, like your higher self goes, okay, well, Claire isn't manifesting this in the moment, but if she has these circumstances around her, then that is going to get her on path better than anything else. So it's not that you manifested on a human level the stuff that you went through before that's prepared you for this. It's that you manifested it, your higher self manifested it for you. So that, and I think it's empowerment lessons that it's talking about, so that you'll empower yourself even more through that. It's like me and the abuse that I went through. It's like, why did I do that? You know, was it like negative karma from a past life? And I really haven't got that it's that at all. It's more, I knew that the start, on a soul level, I knew that a start like that would prepare me better for what I was to do, where I was to go in my life, what I wanted in my life. And that's what you've got here, is your past has kind of been preparation. It wasn't a wrongness of you that manifested that. It was to get you to this empowering point now where you are more able to speak out and more able to empower yourself than you ever would be without those negative circumstances in the past. So it's all been for a reason, Barbara. And I'm sure it will all come clear to you in the years to come. There's a bigger picture. I had a weird experience. I had a matrix experience. I see dead people. It's part of my gift. I don't like it much, but I do. I see things, and I asked for it. It got too much for me, so I asked for it to calm down. I'm like, okay, I'll use these gifts to help people, but you need to stop all of that. I don't want all of that stuff because it freaks me out. And it did. When I asked for that, it calmed down. But every now and then, I see things. Well, night before last, I woke up, and there's a woman sat there near my bed on like a folding chair. She was just sat there. It's like she was looking up. She'd look up occasionally at me, and then she noticed, and she went like that. She noticed that I was looking at her in the eye, and then she went, and then she disappeared. And I'm like, what's that? Why was she watching me? It's like, to me, she seemed surprised that I could see her. And when she realized that I could see her, she got out of there. She made herself so that I couldn't see her anymore. But she appeared to be observing me. That's the thing. I'm like, what are you watching me for? What is that? What is that all about? There's bigger stuff going on. It seemed like something beyond the matrix to me. Her energy reminded me of, like, I don't know, something out of a movie. Administration staff. She was like administration staff, you know? She had a job to do and she was watching me. Very strange. But anyway, that came up because in your reading, Barbara, yeah, there's bigger stuff going on. There's bigger stuff going on, and your empowerment is a big part of what's going on. You're speaking out. So there you go. So thank you everyone for coming along, and let's do this all over again on Friday. I am going to be making a pick a card read today and putting that out later on today, so check that out on my website. And what else? That's it. I think next week I'm going to be away on Friday. Yes. Next week I'll be away on Friday. But this week I'm going to be here. So I'll see you all on Friday. Thanks again, everybody. Any of those mini reads now that are booked in will be done in Friday's show. And I'll see you all then. Bye. Have a good one.